Part 4. Let's go. Where did we leave off again? Now, before I begin, well, actually begin the storyline here, I just want to help out with a specific quest. If you're having trouble finding the Smiths, particularly the one in the comments, it's pretty hard. But it's actually over here. Somewhere. Oh. Reagents. Good way to start the day. Aha, here we go. That's one more Smith down, and an unknown amount to go. Okay, so where did we leave off last? Alright, I guess we can't put this one off any longer. Enter the dragon, and everyone prepare to be criticized and ridiculed. Again, did some side questing off screen. That's kind of why that's why I'm dinged up a little. What do you? I can barely bring myself to look at you.
What do you want?
This letter.
Professor Drake's seal.
Here. Take this message to Victor Dog at the road shop. Be quick about it. Time is of the essence here.
Oh, okay. I'll be quick. What does some road shopkeeper know about some kidnapping? I mean, seriously. Something's fishy. If this is what it takes...
Ah, a message from...
The shopkeeper retrieves a large sack and hands it to you.
Wait, what?
Here you go. Professor Drake's laundry. Freshly cleaned and pressed. And don't let it drag on the pavement now.
Oh, well. Please note that before her, I did not disapparate and apparate back here. In reality, I actually dragged it slowly across the pavement and then threw it off a cliff and retrieved it. The cliff over the death school.
That certainly took you long enough.
Professor Drake.
You're still worried. Take this message to the headmaster. That should resolve things to my satisfaction.
Alright. If you insist. Just don't ask me. You need to pick up your laundry again. I mean, what do you think? I am your servant? You want me to make you some sushi, your favorite food? Huh? Huh? Well, let's talk to old Ambrose.
Ah, young wizard, it's good to see you.
The headmaster reads Professor Drake's notes.
Was it?
I will not expel you from the Ravenwood School of Magical Arts, regardless of what Professor Drake thinks of you.
You're kidding, right?
You are not responsible for the problems on... I fear there is something more. Drake is of no use here, but you have been most helpful. Good, I want you to introduce yourself to... The arena is just inside the entrance to Unicorn Way.
Another storyline quest. Wow. You dare try and expel someone who did something you could have done just as easily. And that is... And we're pretty much coming... For now, that's really all we're going to be interacting with about old Snape. I mean, Professor Drake. And yes, I am doing this on purpose.
Greetings. My name is Diego.
The Jewel Master bows with a great flourish of his cape.
The arena is a walk to try your... If you train with... What a duelist he was. He's the... Oh, speaking of Malistaire, did you know that he and Cyrus are twin brothers?
What?
I wouldn't be surprised if Cyrus was helping Malistaire with all this mess in Wizard City. You should tell Ambrose to keep an eye on Cyrus.
Yes. I will tell him to keep an eye on Cyrus. Ho ho. And perhaps... And I can use the fact that he tried to expel me as propaganda to keep a close eye on him. Yep, this should work out perfectly. Maybe we can find a new myth instructor.
Diego thinks that Cyrus is helping Malistaire cause all this trouble on Wizard City, eh? Oh, Diego shouldn't be spreading foolish rumors. Cyrus is a good professor. I trust him completely.
And you said that before I could introduce my propaganda.
I'm sure you heard that Malistaire Drake used the only thing he loved more than... Speaking of issues concerning Malistaire, can you inquire as to whether he has heard anything from his old professor? We need to know if Malistaire has been contacting former students.
We're not going to be lazy and to separate to the commons. We're just going to walk. So, for now, we're just going to be focusing on one street at a time. I personally like tackling Cyclops Lane first. Now we get to go talk to Nolan. Hopefully those of you who are watching this video are actually picking up on what I'm doing. I'm replacing their names with Harry Potter tie-ins and then correcting myself immediately afterward if you haven't noticed already. Oh, darn it. I've got a side quest for it. So, how to combat myth creatures? Just use Storm. Storm isn't just powerful, but some are actually vulnerable to it. Just a tip. Though, rather annoying things can happen. But we won't be seeing that for a while. Let's hope. Uppercut. Okay, do you have to club yourself in the head? What? No annoying tutorial tips? More mushrooms.
I wasn't expecting Professor Drake to leave everything to us. He must really trust me.
Yeah, he really does trust you. You're something special. No, you're not.
Professor Drake is expecting big things. The Cyclops, but to do that, we need a gate pass. Maybe, can you steal one from the Warhorns? All you have to do is defeat some. Yeah, that should be easy enough.
And why can't you do the same? Oh yeah, because you prefer to sit around. As far as I can see, you haven't even moved. Wow, I hate that guy. Here's our first look at something like this. that there is a trap. If he casts a myth spell on the next round, which I'm sure he will, I'll have a chance to show that off. Basically, I'm not really sure what type of spell it is. It's just a trap. Here we go, perfect. Well, that means we're not going to get buffeted. Good accuracy spell, that imp, but I mean, it's the... I mean, seriously. Hey! I mean, just think about it. Alright. Scarabs! Uppercut. Nope. Nothing. Mistwood. Can I take your pass or whatever? Can I borrow you for a moment? Yes, thank you. Ooh. I'm actually going to cast a ward. This is the spell we got earlier. And what this will do is just protect us from future elemental attacks. Only rather than absorbing most of the damage, we'll just absorb half the damage. But for 3 different kinds of magic all around, it's a good deal. Alright. I think I may have an opening here to show off vulnerability. There we go. That is vulnerability right there. Glad I got to show that off. So fire and ice are weak to each other. Same goes for myth and storm. And life and death are also the opposites. So naturally, those will be vulnerabilities as well. Now, let's say you try and cast a fire on a fire's cat on a fire elf. It's going to resist it a little, or a lot. That's basically how this vulnerability stuff works. Excellent. As for balance, for the most part, balance doesn't really have any vulnerabilities. However, there have been times when I've seen balanced creatures have vulnerability to the spiritual magics, and by spirit magics I mean spirit magics are myth. Back to what I was saying. The spirit magics are myth, life, and death. Elemental magics are fire, ice, and storm. Balance is just in the middle. bigger they are, you know the old saying, yes, that's resistance. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Yay, side questing. But we can squeeze in enough time for a Warhorn's pass. God, it's quite annoying. Ah, there we go. 2 pip spell. More power. This is becoming rather annoying. I mean, eventually I'm going to... Alright, let's just hope this one's got it. I'm just gonna pass. Oh, here's a perfect chance to show off Snow Serpent. That was pretty cool. Alright, I didn't want to do this. Dang and a dang. And that is why it is dangerous to cross the street. I'm feeling lucky about this one. Just look at the way he's wiggling his fingers. It just looks a little weird. You use your fist as your wand. Wow. And believe it or not, This is not the most primitive thing in the game. Oh no. Serpents. Make way for nausea. Alright. Just one more. Come on. Let this be the one. Darn. Yep, this quest can be rather rage-inducing because you're just fighting over and over. Fighting random bulls for no reason. Seriously, I just want to get this Warhorns pass. Get this done. Is it just me, or do none of these things have it? Well, I'm not gonna let this be a complete waste of time. I'm going to show you guys where to find the Old Town Smith. It's actually hidden in plain sight, really. You just gotta look for him. Haha. Hiding in the back. Well, that's all for this time. Will Flint get that Warhorns pass? Or will we rage trying? Only one way to find out. Next time on Let's Play Wizard101 with Cobalt. thank you all for watching. Please sound off in the comments for what you thought of the video, and I'll see you on the next one.